It begins with a quiet thought that surprises you one ordinary day. You are older now, and yet desire still knocks gently inside. You expected this part of life to feel calmer and settled. Instead, you sometimes feel restless and confused by your own mind. You wonder why this feeling still exists after so many years. You might even ask yourself if something is wrong with you. Most people never speak about this stage honestly. They carry these thoughts alone and in silence. If this feels familiar, then this message is for you. Many people over 50 feel this exact same confusion. They believe desire would fade naturally with age. No one warned them that it could change instead. This desire is rarely talked about in families or culture, so people assume they are alone in this struggle. They are not alone, and neither are you. This experience is far more common than you think. It is deeply human and deeply misunderstood. At this stage, desire is not what it once was. It is not only about attraction or imagination. It often reflects emotional hunger and longing for meaning. It can arise from loneliness or feeling unseen. It can come from boredom or a sense of lost direction. Sometimes it grows from regret about unfinished dreams. Desire becomes a signal rather than a demand. It asks you to look deeper into your inner life. Modern psychology helps explain this experience clearly. Researchers at Harvard studied emotional needs in later adulthood. They found desire increases when emotional needs go unmet. Stanford researchers focused on dopamine in the aging brain. Dopamine drives motivation, reward, and focus. When purpose weakens, dopamine seeks easy comfort. This is not a moral failure. It is a biological response to inner emptiness. Understanding this removes much unnecessary shame. Desire does not mean you lack discipline. It does not mean you have failed spiritually or emotionally. It means something within you needs care and direction. Listening to that message is an act of strength. Biology does not stop working at a certain birthday. Hormones shift slowly, but they do not disappear. The brain remains active, curious, and responsive. The National Institute on Aging studied desire across adulthood. Their findings show desire often persists later in life. The brain still seeks novelty and stimulation. This is part of how it stays alive. Imagine the brain like an older engine still running. It may not race like before, but it still needs fuel. Better fuel creates smoother movement and less friction. Ignoring this engine leads to noise and discomfort. Caring for it brings calm and balance. For some people, desire feels stronger after 50. Life changes remove many familiar roles. Children grow independent and leave home. Work slows down or stops completely. Identity becomes uncertain and fragile. Unresolved regrets surface during quiet moments. The American Psychological Association studied midlife emotional patterns. They found loneliness intensifies desire and craving. When connection fades, the mind seeks substitutes. Modern society also plays a powerful role. Youth is celebrated while aging is quietly ignored. Social media feeds endless comparison and fantasy. The mind absorbs these messages unconsciously. Ancient wisdom understood desire long before modern science. Greek philosophers observed human behavior deeply. Plato believed uncontrolled desire distracted the soul from wisdom. Aristotle believed balance was healthier than denial. They taught moderation rather than suppression. They understood suppression creates inner conflict. Modern neuroscience now confirms this ancient insight. Brain studies show suppression increases mental fixation. What you fight grows stronger in silence. What you understand begins to soften. Guidance calms desire more effectively than force. Eastern traditions also offer powerful guidance. Japanese philosophy emphasizes balance and self-mastery. Energy was seen as something to direct carefully. They believed wasted energy leads to inner chaos. Purpose was considered essential for emotional health. The concept of ikigai reflects this belief. Ikigai means reason for waking each morning. Japanese longevity studies link ikigai with emotional stability. People with purpose report fewer compulsive behaviors. When life feels meaningful, desire loses its urgency. Pause for a moment and ask yourself gently, when did you last feel truly useful? What dream did you quietly set aside years ago? These questions are uncomfortable, but important. They point toward the root of restlessness. Blue Zone's researchers studied the world's longest living communities. They found strong purpose reduced harmful habits. Purpose anchors the mind during aging. It gives direction to emotional energy. Modern life also overloads the nervous system. Constant stimulation drains attention and self-control. Smartphones deliver endless novelty without effort. The brain becomes fatigued and restless. Researchers at MIT studied attention and mental fatigue. They found tired brains seek quick pleasure. University College London confirmed similar findings. This response is biological rather than moral. Understanding this allows compassion toward yourself. One helpful practice is a gentle dopamine reset. This does not require extreme isolation or deprivation. It means reducing artificial stimulation gradually. Less screen time allows the brain to recover. Replacing screens with movement restores balance. Stanford researchers studied dopamine regulation through lifestyle. They found small changes create meaningful improvement. Daily walks, reading, and learning calm the nervous system. Physical discipline also supports emotional regulation. Exercise stabilizes mood and improves self-respect. Strength training increases confidence and clarity. Walking improves impulse control and reflection. The Mayo Clinic studied exercise and emotional health. Their research shows movement reduces compulsive patterns. The body supports the mind more than we realize. Emotional honesty is another essential practice. Many people avoid asking themselves difficult questions. Journaling creates a safe space for truth. Ask yourself what you are truly craving. Often it is connection, appreciation, or purpose. Cognitive behavioral research supports emotional awareness. Naming feelings reduces unconscious influence. Awareness weakens impulsive reactions over time. Ancient cultures viewed desire energy as creative force. They believed it could build rather than consume. Greek and Eastern traditions shared this view. Creative expression redirects inner energy naturally. Art teaching, mentoring, and building channel this energy. Creativity satisfies the brain more deeply than fantasy. Studies show redirected energy reduces compulsive behavior. Spiritual practices offer further grounding. Meditation trains the mind to observe without reacting. Harvard Medical School studied mindfulness extensively. They found improved emotional regulation and calm. Prayer or contemplation creates inner space. Desire becomes something you notice rather than follow. This distance restores choice and dignity. Human connection remains vital at every age. Many people struggle silently without support. Community provides reflection and accountability. University of Oxford researchers studied social connection. They found strong bonds reduce impulsive behavior. Shared understanding eases emotional pressure. Desire after 50 is not a failure. It is a message asking for redirection. This stage of life invites mastery and wisdom. You carry experience, resilience, and insight now. Ask yourself what you will build with your energy. Choose purpose, dignity, and self-respect. Healing does not happen overnight. There will be days of restlessness and doubt. That is part of growth rather than regression. Be patient with yourself during this transition. You are not broken or behind. You are learning a deeper form of maturity, one based on truth rather than pressure. You still have a future worth shaping. This time you get to choose consciously. Stay here for more wisdom rooted in science and tradition.